Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another review, and I just want to, review Deadspace because I haven't got a review out in a while now. And I was very excited to play this because I had it in my catalog for about a year or so, and I was very excited to get it out. And man, I just want to say this game is creepy as shit. But unfortunately, we will not be getting another one anytime soon because I looked further into it, and it seems as if EA just wanted more money than it got, so I guess it didn't sell that well. It looked like it didn't sell too bad, but I guess EA expected more out of it, and it didn't do that, so we're not going to be getting the Dead Space 2, unfortunately. Which sucks, because after this first game, I want to go and play the second game. But besides that, you're probably wondering, is it a good horror game? It's not the most, like, you're not going to be shitting your pants every 2 seconds, but it's one of those, like, Silent Hill 2 where the music amplifies the intensity of something going on in the area of the mission. It's creepy. And there's several, like, necromorphs. I think that's the correct name for them. There's several different types of them. There's ones that, like, are bloated, and if you don't shoot them in the stomach in time, they'll, like, explode and these little things will come out of their stomach. It's so gross, and they'll, swarm around you and start attacking you, and they will start doing a bunch of damage. But I have played the game on story. I played the game on easy. I played the game on normal. I haven't played the game on the 2 hardest difficulties because I didn't want to, get that pissed off about it. But it seems like even on the easiest difficulty, it's still scary. And, that's impressive because not a lot of games can do that, because once you get on that easier difficulty, especially in a game where you yourself, the character, can use a weapon, you're just stomping through everything. Which I was kind of like killing enemies quicker, but the music's still amplified, and there's certain parts in the game when you're just going through an area to collect some units, which are currency in this game, or like some ammo, because ammo is very scarce no matter what difficulty you're on. And you'll hear the necromorphs in the ventilation shafts or something in the ventilation shafts, and I've seen videos where people are scared by their own shadows. That's how intense this game can be. And, like, on top of the main story, it's nothing too crazy. It's no 10 out of 10. But, me personally, I never played the original. I only played this one. So, apparently, from what other reviews I've watched and looked up, that it is different from the first one. Like, there's certain stuff that happens to characters that are very different than what happens in the original, which, so if you wanted this game to be copy and paste of just like the original, that's not what it's gonna be. But it's still a very good game, and it's a great remake, guys. And I really suggest anyone right now, like, this is like a solid, like, masterpiece. Like, but the main premise of the story is you're going to the Inimushra, which is the main ship you spend most of the game on. And you're looking for your wife who sent you a message, and you didn't hear anything for a while, so you go to investigate. Come to find out, I will leave it spoiler free of the plot twist. There's a couple crazy plot twists that I didn't expect, and when I found out, I was like, whoa, I was shocked. And one of the aliens in this game, right? Moving past the story beats. One of the aliens, there's like these big brutes, like you see on the screen right there, those big brutes that mainly you can only beat if you go behind them. So there's this ability you can use with triangle that I didn't even find until the end of the game because of my own stupidity. but you can press triangle on them. It just kind of freezes them. Like, they can still technically move, but they're very slow, and it's like not complete a time stop on them, but it's closest as you can get to that. But I didn't collect every weapon in this game. I got the main, like, plasma cutter, the machine gun, the flamethrower, and this one buzzsaw weapon where it basically shoots out a buzzsaw, and it kind of controls it with a magnetic field, and it just is really cool. And there's a couple times I had to look up a video because of a puzzle, but that might just be because my own stupidity. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, so yeah. But I did look up. There's like 3 weapons I missed. So in total, there's like 8 to 9-ish weapons in the game, which is pretty cool. They're all very unique, but I mostly used the plasma cutter, the main pistol you get at the very beginning of the game, because I just really liked how it worked. I fully upgraded and maxed it out, and it did change colors when I maxed it out, but I was a little disappointed. I thought it would be like a Last of Us situation, where the more you upgrade it, the more it looks different. Maybe that was just for the plasma cutter, and like all the other weapons vastly look different as you max it out. I'm not sure, but speaking of maxing out, let's talk about the armor a bit. The armor's pretty cool because at the start of the game, you like have basically nothing but like your helmet and some armor on like your wrists and hands, and that's like about it. But as you progress further, and if you save up your money, like a smart person I did, I saved up my money, and I was able to get like max armor. There's another level 6, but you can only get that by beating the game, and it looks completely different. But I also wanted to talk about, because I talked about it some earlier, but I didn't get into full details. I really love the intense music in this game, because there are some basic boss fights that aren't anything too crazy, but because of the intense music, it makes like, you know, a basic run-of-the-mill boss fight in any other game, you would be like, man, this is such a boring fight. You're just shooting at this guy. He's not really reacting back that much. He might throw a couple things my way, but I can just move out of the way and dodge it or whatever. But because of this intense music, you're like, oh, holy shit, this fight's amazing, when really some of these fights are just kind of basic. And that just goes to show how good the score is. And I'm going to be honest, I felt like the last chapter kind of dragged on a bit until as you can see, the final boss fight. I try to, in my reviews, put a little bit at the beginning, a little bit at the end, so you're getting a full taste of, you know, what the game fully has for you. So you decide if you really want to continue and watch the review and all that. Now, honestly, my review score for this game is a solid 7.5 out of 10, and over at my channel, that means it's a good game. But one of the main problems I had with it was I just felt like some of the weapons I wanted to get, I felt like I had to go out of my way to get it. And, you know, some people really like that. But unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. If you're really like that, congrats. But unfortunately, I'm just not one of them. And another problem I had with the game was sometimes when I encountered like a puzzle or like a room I was stuck in and I didn't know what to do, I just got off the game. I straight up just went like, alright, I'll come back a few hours later, next day or something. And for me to give like a 8 to 9 to 10, I'm gonna, for a video game, I have to keep wanting to play it non-stop over and over, like something like Death Stranding, Yakuza 0, or, you know, other games, etc., etc. And I just did not feel that for this game, and unfortunately, that's why I give it a 7.5. But hey, I want to hear your thoughts about the game. So try to, you know, give me what your thoughts are in the comments below, and don't forget, please subscribe, and I'm sorry if the audio was a little bit loud. Later.